Hey guys, I'm just sitting here thinking and which is a bad idea. Um and I have a habit of doing, kind of analyzing everything so that regardless how it turns out, I try to kind of prepare myself. Um and I'm just looking at like my TikTok and reading through some of the comments and on Twitter I kind of gave up at like 20 comments cuz there's over 200 on each of my posts. Um and they're essentially all the same. Um and you know, I'm at the point now where, we're in September. So, elections 2 months from now, which is pretty fucking close. It feels like 100 years because this shit is aging all of us. But in that time, it's going to be more and more intense, which is kind of hard to imagine considering what we're going through now. But as I try to comprehend these mindless shit libs that are, just a cult of personality. I keep thinking about, we know how this is going to play out. If Kamala wins, it's going to be, well, she's not president yet, so she can't do that yet. And then when January comes, it's going to be, she just got the office. And then a year later, it's going to be, she just got started. And then 2 years later, it's going to be, she hasn't even done half the time yet. And it's going to be nothing but shut up and wait. It's going to continue to be shut up and wait. Alternately, if and when Trump wins, I'm curious to see if these shitlibs will finally get in the streets with us. Because genocide by Team Red is so much worse than genocide by Team Blue. So I have to wonder, are they going to be like, oh, now it's fucked up? Like for 11 months, or actually over a year, by then it's been done by Team Blue, but that's in the past. We need to think about this now. Now it's Team Red. And Orange Man is the worst person in the entire fucking universe, and everything he does is shit. Will that bring them out with us? I don't know. But if it does, I'm telling you, I'm going to be really fucking pissed if all of us are still there with our free Palestine and fuck Israel signs, and they come out here with their Trump signs and try to co opt what we're doing and make it about, how Trump is Orange Man bad. Um, because for 11 months, we have stuck very much to what is important. Um, I feel like, I mean, I'm voting for Jill. You guys know that. Um, but I feel like regardless, if Kamala or Trump wins, we're fucked in either way. I mean, you guys all know that. But it's not just we're fucked because of them politically. We're also fucked because the shitlibs are just gonna be fucking insufferable regardless. They're going to be insufferable. And you know what's going to happen. If Kamala wins, she's not going to do a damn fucking thing she says she is, except continue to bootlick Israel. Just like the things she ran on in 2020, she didn't do any of those. She's not going to do any of this shit now either. And it's going to be constant excuses. We all know, we have seen this. We especially got that rude awakening, that free education in 2016, when we learned that the Dems would so much rather lose than win with someone they don't want. It is beneficial for them to lose. It is fucking phenomenal for fundraising. It is also amazing to say, well, that's not happening because the Republicans are in office. Why didn't things happen the past 4 years? Well, for 2 years, it was the parliamentarian that nobody ever heard of until all of a sudden. Then it was Joe Manchin, who, by the way, isn't in prison because of Kamala Harris. Um, you know, it, we're just fucked. I mean, and a lot of people were talking about Project 2025, and I'm not just talking shitlibs, like a lot of people. And some people say it's not real, some people say it is. To me, I don't know if it is, and I really don't give a fuck, to be honest. The fact of the matter is, whether it's real or not, it is a gift to the Democrats. Because anytime they can fearmonger to libs, Project 2025, oh my God, it's 2025. Oh my God, you have no. And then Dems are doing this Project 2026 thing. It was a huge gift. Anytime Republicans do anything like that, they are giving Dems like a big present because all they have to do is say it, and shitlibs run wild. Um, it's crazy because it's campaign time, so there's I really don't watch TV, but like my husband will watch Cooking Channel and stuff. So these commercials will come on for Kamala, and she's like, on day one, blah blah blah. They always say that shit. Always, always on day one. So they think like people are like, on day one, she's gonna blah blah blah. On day one, they don't even fucking have their pencils and paper at their desk. Just stop. On day one, my ass. But there's a lot of things people aren't gonna be able to, say because she's been in that administration for 4 fucking years. So she knows how shit works. She's not gonna be able to be like, oh, well, I don't understand this, that, and the other. No, you fucking sat through it. But what we're hearing time and time again is that being, a vice president gives you no power. It's pointless. But also, yes, queen, for all of your accomplishments. I don't know. It just fucking sucks. Any way you put it, it fucking sucks. So I feel like we are just so fucked in so many ways. And, looking back a year ago, I thought we were fucked in so many ways, but now I know we're like really fucked in so many ways. Now I know we're like extra, extra fucked, without lube and, without any pleasure whatsoever. Um, it's, it's getting worse by the day, by the hour. Um, I don't know if you guys feel this, man, but like, holy fuck, the depression and anxiety is real. This is a very sad time. And, I look back and, I stay on Facebook for a couple relatives, and I really like looking through my memories. Because I see how much I've evolved politically, but also, you get to remember things about your family and stuff like that, and concerts and fun stuff too. And I have all of these memories come up about, 2016 during the campaign and how fucking hopeful we were, how positive we were, how we really thought that our lives were going to change. Like we were that naive. We really were like, oh my God, this guy is going to, save us all. And I mean, it seemed like we were going to win some of the time. Like it really did, because our movement was fucking huge. But we had so much hope. And then in 2019, we had so much hope again. And it's like after, 2020, it just like, no, I certainly haven't had any hope. The only thing that gives me even the slightest bit of hope is when I am in the streets with my comrades and we are protesting for Palestine, for healthcare, for environment, for whatever. That is the only time I have hope. When I'm surrounded by other people who feel the same exact passion I do. And I guess that's kind of what we're just going to have to keep doing. I think that's the only thing that is going to keep us going. I don't know what else, we can do. Some people are still saying, we can still reform the Dems. First of all, why do people keep saying the Democratic Party? I stopped saying that years ago. There's nothing democratic about it. I don't get that. It's one of those things where people say, access to healthcare, and like I get chills. When people say Democratic Party, I'm like, why are you calling it that? Why? What you're saying makes sense, and then you're saying the word democratic. There is no reforming that motherfucking beast. It's not possible. I know you guys know this, but I'm just ranting because it's so fucking sad. Things are more dire now than they have ever been in my entire 45 years of living. There is more uninsured, there's more homeless, there's more destitute, there's more hungry, there's more the planet is on fire. Everything is exacerbated so much more than it ever has been. And yet people are still in this cult mindset of vote blue no matter who, and I have so much hope for this country now, and shit like that. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I kind of wish that just for 24 hours I could be that aloof and that ignorant to all the pain and suffering that's going on. I feel like it would be a nice reprieve. But then I realized that it would also make me incredibly insipid and then have a mental breakdown the next day when I came back to remembering all the shit I know. I wish I could read these comments, you guys. I'll read them after I get off the air, I promise. I'm on my phone just because this was so spur of the moment. But yeah, I'm just, waxing, the ideas of what are the potential outcomes, and the way that shitlibs are going to react. When I was looking at my memories yesterday, I'm going to have to post this on Twitter. One of my memories 7 years ago, yesterday, my memory said, it was a picture of Kamala and it said Hillary 2.0. And I was like, see, I was fucking psychic. This shit was 7 years ago. They're so fucking predictable. They really are. They're just so fucking predictable. I hope that regardless of what happens, I hope our movement keeps going and keeps going stronger and stronger and stronger. Because I do get concerned sometimes because, the Black Lives Matter movement, a Dem became president and it just stopped. It literally just fucking stopped. It was thousands of people in the streets every day for over a year. And then it just stopped. So I do worry that, if Kamala is president, even though we know literally nothing's going to change, she stated it herself, I worry that people will become lax or suffer from, you know, exhaustion from protesting. Protest fatigue is what some of us call it. And it's real. And we have to keep doing self care. We have to keep thinking about ourselves. I'm talking to myself too, because I never do that. But it's, you know, I, today I was DM'd. I get a lot of DMs from people in Palestine on Twitter. Today I was DM'd by a gentleman who just lost his baby in Palestine. And people can never say they didn't know this shit was happening. They can't. If you have social media, especially, you can't say you didn't know. You can't. I know I went all over the place. My brain is just overload. I keep looking over here because I have a 6-month-old puppy and he's deaf, and I'm trying to potty train him, and I just give him a bunch of peanut butter and he's going crazy. He's so funny. He's just going crazy for it. We're trying to train a deaf puppy is quite interesting. I've only had him 2 weeks, so uh yeah, he's a he's silly. He's a cutie pie. But yeah, wanted to go live and just kind of voice my, my thoughts. Um I do have some great shows coming up as well. I do want to give a shout out to Uhuru 3. You guys can find my Uhuru shows on my YouTube. Smash the like, smash subscribe. Um, Uhuru 3 are three incredible revolutionaries who the CIA has tried to take down as political prisoners, and use the whole they are connected to Russia thing to brutally assault and arrest them. Their trial's going on in Florida right now. And please check out my interviews with them. I mean, they're revolutionaries. They're amazing. They're with the African socialist movement. And obviously they're a threat because they know what's going on and they know the reality, and they have tons of documents of things that they just didn't want to get out. So now they're on trial. Their trial, they're stating, could go as long as over a month. So it's a big fucking trial. Um, so solidarity, uhuru to my comrades. And I have some good shows coming up. Tuesday, I am going to Philly. I'm going to be outside the first debate. Clusterfuck. Um, wish me luck. Jesus, this is going to be crazy. Oh my God. So I'll be going live here and there from that. It starts at noon. So I'm going to be there like all fucking day, which is going to be bananas. So, if you guys have a few bucks, it definitely helps me because my disability, I can't drive. So I have to take a lot of trains and Ubers and stuff when I travel to cover these actions and these events. You can do Buy Me a Coffee, Savage Joy Marie Man, or Patreon, PayPal, Cash App, whatever, any of those things. It really helps me out. And I appreciate your support so much. But again, definitely smash the like, smash subscribe. And thank you guys so much there we go. For tuning in and watching this impromptu show. But much love to everyone. Thank you so much. Free Palestine and free Uhuru 3.